بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين. أيها الإخوة والأخوات, welcome to session number 17. This is the 17th session of the English class for the students of economics and business administration at the college and business administration. And what we are going to do today is first, we'll quickly review what we have covered last time in session number 16 and I think in session number 15 as well. And then we'll look at some more activities. We are working on, of course, how to write a paragraph in English, how to write it following, of course, the correct form. Of how, I mean, there are some rules that we have to follow to write a correct form, to write a correct paragraph. And I think in the last part of today's session is going to be a paragraph that you will edit. Okay, so let's start very quickly reviewing what we have looked at last time, and then we'll continue the rest of the discussion. Okay, Bismillah. All right, now we looked at this slide before, and you have it in your book. By the way, the book that we are using is called Get Ready to Write, and you have it from last semester's class in level 1. All right, next time we will bring it and show it to you on the slide, inshallah. Okay, so we have some questions here. All right, you can of course, check these questions in your book. Of course, answer all of them. They are about yourself, because later on we will use the information here that you will write here to write about yourself. Remember that you will be using one or two words, okay, one or two words to answer each question. Because the idea here is that we just need information, okay? Just, very brief kind of, information here, okay? The first question about your name, then about your age, the third question about where you're from, about your native language, that's question number 4, question number 5 about what you do, what you like to do in your free time. And the last question is about your job. Okay? All right. This slide, of course, we have an example. And we just followed an example in this, so let's look at, of course, what we have written last time. It's about the person, Muhammad Hassan. So my name is Muhammad Hassan. This is a complete sentence starting with, of course, a capital letter and ending with a full stop. Okay? And notice that we have the answers here in complete sentences, just a list of sentences, okay, from sentence number 1 to sentence number 6. All right, they are all, like each sentence, as we said earlier, starts with a capital letters, then ends with a full stop. Okay, my name is Muhammad Hassan. I'm 26 years old. I'm from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. My native language is Arabic. I like reading, swimming, and watching TV. And the last sentence is, I am a bank manager. All right, next slide. Now the question is, what is a paragraph? What do we mean by a paragraph? And we said that it is a group of sentences about one main idea. So a paragraph is a group of sentences about one main idea, and this main idea is called the topic. All right, and it consists of one or more sentences, as I said, deals with one point, or we can say one idea, begins in a new line. It begins in a new line, and This, of course, here shows the paragraph itself and what it looks like. Okay, an English paragraph has a special form. Okay, you look at the paragraph below, it is written in the correct form. Okay, this is how or what a paragraph looks like in English, or should look like. Look at this here, this space, we call it indentation. We have to leave a space. We have to indent the first word, right, in the beginning of the paragraph. Each sentence starts with a capital letter, ends with a period or full stop. Look at these sentences. We said that, of course, earlier, last time, so I don't have to go through them again. But anyway, the point is that each sentence, new sentence, starts with a capital letter and finishes or ends with a full stop or a period. And these are, of course, the rules. So writing has rules. Writing a paragraph has rules. Let's keep them in, of course, our mind when we write. Every time we write a paragraph or an essay in English, we have to keep these rules, of course, in mind. The first one is indent the first word of a new paragraph. All right, indent. It means leave a space, Okay, you leave a space, right? Right, when you first start, you indent the first word of a new paragraph. Begin each sentence with a capital letter. Each sentence, okay, has to begin with a capital letter. And the third rule, end each sentence with a period. End each sentence with a period. And the last one is, do not start each new sentence on a new line. Okay, let me just explain here in a little bit in Arabic. So here, نترك مسافة, it says indent the first word of a new paragraph, يعني اترك مسافة, okay, في الكلمة الأولى من الباراجراف. Then here, begin each sentence with a capital letter, يعني تبدأ كل جملة تبدأ ب capital letter, الحرف شو اسمه يعني capital, ليس الصغير من الكبير يعني. And then end each sentence with a period or full stop, يعني تنهي كل جملة بنقطة. و finally here, أخيرا, do not start each new sentence on a new line. لا تبدأ كل جملة جديدة بسطر جديد. Okay, these are the four basic rules when writing a paragraph. Okay. Now, that's of course where we of course stopped last time. All right. Now we will look at a paragraph that is written in the incorrect form. All right. And the question is, what is wrong with it? What's wrong with the form? Okay. So this paragraph that we will see later, this paragraph is not written in the correct form. يعني الباراجراف هذا الآن غير مكتوب، مكتوب بطريقة غير صحيحة. Okay, so now let's look at this paragraph here. It says, as we said earlier, this paragraph is not written in the correct form, and the question is, what is wrong with the form? Okay. What we are going to see here is a paragraph that is not written correctly, especially in terms of the form, of course. It is not written following the correct form. The rules are not, of course, followed in writing it. Look at the first sentence here. My name is Muhammad Hassan. Can you guess what's wrong with this first sentence here? Look at the second sentence. I am 26 years old. I am from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Okay. And then my native language is Arabic. Okay. And I am a bank manager. I work for Rajhi Bank. I also speak English and a little French. And the last sentence, I like reading, swimming, and watching television. if you look at this paragraph, okay, you'll notice that it is not written in the correct form. Okay, in fact, all the rules that we have looked at in the previous slide are not, of course, followed. First of all, yes, we have, of course, here indentation, but the sentence here, of course, this is a sentence, and this is the first word. It has to be capital, no full stop. So no capital and no full stop, that's wrong. Here, it is not capital, but we have full stop here, but that's not enough. And this is a new sentence, and we should start here. We should start here. And we do not need indentation here. In this sentence, also, no capital letter here. This is small. It has to be capital because it is a new sentence. And there is no full stop as well. Similarly, here, this has to be capital, and we need a full stop here. This also has to be capital, and we need a full stop here. And all of these sentences. So, what is the first rule? Let's go back to the previous slide, just here. The first rule is indent the first word of a new paragraph. And of course, there's, of course, that rule is not there, is not followed. The second rule is to begin each sentence with a capital letter, and all of the sentences that we have looked at are, of course, do not start with, or do not begin with a capital letter. And no full stop, except in one sentence. And the last thing is that do not start each new sentence on a new line. And that's actually what happened here, is that as you can see, each sentence starts in a new line. And this is not correct. This is wrong. Okay, so what we need to do then is to write this paragraph in the correct form. You have to write it in the correct form using the space provided in your book. Okay, يعني لازم تستخدم الكتاب كتابك أنت الآن, right, لإعادة كتابة المقطع هذا, and use the correct form. Okay, تستخدم القواعد وتتبع القواعد اللي ناقشناها قبل شوي. Okay, and this is, of course, the space given to you, but I know that you're not going to write, but I'm just giving you an example. يعني أنا فقط أعطيك مثال. أنت الآن يمكن تستخدم ورقة, ممكن تستخدم الكتاب اللي عندك اللي أنت اشتريته. Okay, now write the paragraph in the correct form below. Okay, اكتب الباراجراف في الطريقة الصحيحة. Okay, you can use a piece of paper to write the paragraph. يعني ممكن تستخدم ورقة أو تستخدم الكتاب طبعا. Okay, all right. And now writing a paragraph about yourself. طبعا تتذكرون نحن إيش, I've given you some questions to answer about yourselves, and these are the questions. Okay, these are some questions about yourself. Okay, your name, okay, your age, what's your name, okay, how old are you, where are you from, and all these questions. You must have, of course, answered them. And in the next slide here, filling out a form. Fill out the form below with information about yourself. This page is also there, taken from your book. So this is a form. Look at the, questions or the points that need to be completed. Name, Mr. or Mrs. or Miss. Local address, يعني العنوان. Phone number, you put your phone number there. Nationality, الجنسية. Native language, اللغة الأم. Other languages, أي لغات أخرى. Okay. And here, this is the rest of the form, or the application form. هذه تكملة النموذج اللي احنا نريد نعبيه. Alright. Riyadh Academy English Program. طبعا. Okay. How long have you studied English? And please check one. يعني تختار واحدة من الأربع خيارات. Never, less than 1 year, يعني إما لم تدرس يعني okay, مطلقا، أو less than 1 year أقل من سنة. 1 to 2 years من سنة إلى سنتين. More than 2 years أكثر من سنتين. And the question number here is, which term do you plan to enroll for? Please check one. يعني أي semester أو أي فصل تريد أن تبدأ أو تسجل في أي فصل يعني. fall semester الخريف، أو winter الشتاء أو الربيع. spring ولا summer that's الصيف. Next question. Do you plan to be a full-time or a part-time student? هل تريد أن تكون يعني طالب يعني يعني بالدوام الكامل ولا جزئي يعني؟ Okay, check one. Full-time, part-time. And the last thing here is your signature, توقيع. You have this form in your book. I'm, of course, using it here to help you, of course, with some explanation. Now, writing a paragraph about what you like to do. About what you like to do. Answer the following questions about yourself. Use the word bank to help you with vocabulary. Okay. This is of course, look at this word bank here. Now, there are, of course, some questions here. 2 questions. What do you like to do in your free time? You make a list. And here, you write, for example, any of these words here. Let me read them, by the way. First one here is travel. Travel. يسافر. Swim. يسبح. Draw. يرسم. Exercise. يتدرب ويتمرن. Paint. يرسم أو رسام. And here, go shopping. يتسوق. Okay. Read. Read. يقرأ. And then sew. يعني يخيط. Meet friends. يلتقي بالأصدقاء. Watch TV. يشاهد التلفاز. Play soccer. يلعب كرة قدم. Play basketball. يلعب كرة السلة. Okay, so you can use any of these words here to answer, of course, the questions. The first question, السؤال الأول, what do you like to do in your free time? What do you like to do in your free time? Make a list. Make a list يعني اختر من القائمة هذه. Okay, here or here or here. You can write 4 or 3 يعني حسب ما يعني تشوف يناسبك يعني. And question number 2, what are some things you want to learn how to do? And make a list. ايش الاشياء اللي انت ايش تريد ان تتعلمها. And also here you make a list. Okay? That also is in your book. Do that. And then after you finish writing that, all right, now write a short paragraph about the things you like to do. Use a piece of paper. Again, be sure to follow the rules of writing a paragraph. يعني الآن تستخدم الكتاب اللي عندك بكتابة ايش؟ paragraph عن الأشياء اللي انت تحبها. الأشياء اللي انت ايش تحبها. Okay. And ممكن تستخدم ايش؟ a piece of paper. Okay. ولازم تتبع جميع القواعد الكتابة الباراجراف. Okay. All the rules of writing a paragraph you have to follow. Okay. Now, the other thing here is writing about your friend. طبعا here, writing about your friend, yes. Ask one of your friends the following questions. Write the answers on the lines. يعني أنت ممكن تشوف لك صديق تسأله نفس الأسئلة هذه. First question is again, what's your name? What's your name? How old are you? Are you married or single? Where are you from? What is your native language? What do you do? Are you a student? Are you a secretary? Are you a teacher? You can also ask him, are you a businessman? Are you a lawyer? All right. And the last question is, what are your hobbies? Hobbies يعني الأشياء اللي يحبها الهوايات اللي يسويها في وقت فراغه أيضا. Okay. So these questions you can use to, of course, you can ask your friend to get the information from your friend and write the information, of course, on the space provided in the book. يعني تكتب المعلومات أو الإجابات على في الفراغات الموجودة بالكتاب عندك. Okay. بعد ما تنتهي, okay, use your answers here to complete each of the following sentences about your friend, then copy the complete sentence on or sentences on the line. راح تستخدم ايش الإجابات ايش لتكمل طبعا تكمل شو اسمه الجمل, alright, عن صديقك, وأيضا تكتب الجمل هذه كلها على السطر عندك. Like here for example, this is an example, just I'm giving you an example. فمثلا إذا كان اسم صديقك بندر إبراهيم, my friend's name, okay, الآن تستخدم my friend's name. تتذكروا احنا ايش استخدمنا الapostrophe with s, okay, في أحد الدروس, أحد السessions. One of the sessions we looked at the possessives, right, and we looked at the apostrophe with s. That means the name of my friend. My friend's name is Bender, right? My friend's name is Bender here, of course, Bender Ibrahim, and here, of course, you can hear, of course, if it is a she, that's something else. You can, he's 26 years old, he's married, and he is from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, and his native language is Arabic, and he is an accountant. Of course, we need an here. It's an accountant, not an. Okay, I'm sorry. We need n. So that's an accountant. All right. So, and the last one is his hobbies are reading, swimming, and watching TV. So these are, of course, this is information about your friend. And now use your sentences to write a short paragraph about your friend. Okay, remember to follow the rules, of course, of writing a paragraph. And of course, this is the end of this information about writing. And now the last thing we want to end with is that you be the editor. You yourself, of course, you look at this paragraph here, you read it, read this paragraph. It contains 5 mistakes. Find the mistakes and correct them. هنا طبعا فيه paragraph, هنا فيه أخطاء, 5 أخطاء أنت تقرأ, okay, and then you find them, you find the mistakes, and you correct them. My name is Stanley Stoico. I think this of course is taken also from your book. يعني أنا أخذت المقال هذا أو المقطع هذا من الكتاب من عندك أنت. فيه there are 5 mistakes that you need to find, okay. لاحظ هنا في البداية طبعا بداية صحيحة, لكن هنا لاحظ الجملة هذه افترض أن تكون بدأنا هنا, لأن ما ننتهي إيش, مش كل جملة جديدة نبدأها بسطر جديد. لاحظ فيه أيضا هنا and think I'll just leave you do them, of course, the corrections yourselves. Although, of course, in the last one, the last slide here will give you the paragraph written in the correct form. Okay, right. And this is it copied for you in the correct form. All right. Notice, of course, the difference here. You see, لاحظ الفرق بين يعني شكله هنا. This is written, of course, corrected. هنا الآن صححناه. لاحظوا كونه هنا الآن. لاحظ فيه مشاكل هنا. paragraph and writing paragraph in the correct way. شكرا والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.